Okay. Um, right about between 11 and 14 years ago, well, okay, 14 years ago, I came into my faith pretty strong. And within that, I went down a unique path. And I studied in kind of unique ways, not even like I saw others do, in the same junction of coming into your faith that I've seen others do. And I saw offerings to me out of the blue, happenstance and circumstance, and saw a lot of things. I didn't just understand what I was learning, I understood how it was coming to me. And there was a lot of great things happened. And within a portion of that, within me stumbling across the band Casting Crowns, I and my oldest daughters totally fell in love with their version of I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Well, that was right during a time period where churches were asking me to sing songs, and I just didn't want to get up and be like, I'm Ted. You know, yeah, la, 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 la. And I felt like there had to be more of a gift of the story. And the reason I chose to offer you this song to help your heart, your mind, your soul go this direction. And one of them, when the Vineyard started asking me to do a coffee night for them, I needed something to say about I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. Oh. And then, as I normally do, it's like, well, not just this article, but is there other articles? And I started to put the story together that there was a commonality of, and the man wrote enough stuff down, and so did his wife, Fanny, that I fell in love with Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I should have known about him before then. I really should have. Me being a poet, but it was like, oh, there you are, you little son of a gun. And it was on several different levels. I understood what happened within that poem that then became a song, and then became another song, and then maybe even another, and then the one that's more contemporary grabbed my heart, grabbed it and punched it. And the movie was just released that my Aunt Nancy, like months ago, said, and I was so afraid that, I'm always busy at one point in time or another. It's hard to pick a target. And I came home exhausted today. I've had a pretty decent week. And even at night, helping my boy get to youth groups and whatever. And I was getting out of my car when my sister was like, "Are you going?" And I was like, "No, I just pulled in." And she goes, "The movie." And I was like, "Oh." And instantly I went, You said you wouldn't miss this for the world if you had the chance. All right, let's go. And it's a young, I'm pretty sure, Christian church. I think they made their company called Light and Sound or something. There was a lot to absorb. But they told the story extremely well. Extremely well. They pulled the romance out a lot better than I probably would have. And even though they didn't do certain things the way I kind of would have envisioned it, instantly I understood why they were doing it. Like it wasn't a dumb decision. It was artistically, but not inaccurate. It's the important part. So, if you get a chance, I know it's in theaters around you. It's called I Heard the Bells. It's playing down in Greendale movie theaters in Indiana, just down the street from your beloved casinos. And one of the greater true stories is being told in a good way. Oh, and there's other movie theaters, but not a lot of them. It's, these movies, they allow like a Thursday night. This may be the only night it plays. It may play tomorrow night. But ask your movie theaters for them. And if you can't get to see the movie, just research what I'm talking about. Why did Henry Wadsworth Longfellow write I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day? Why was he such an important person in that point in time that actually, honestly, he was kind of a rock star? And you got to immerse yourself within the storyline to understand who we were as a society at that point in time and what he was actually saying. I think a lot of you would go, oh, wow. Take a breath and take a step back and observe something beautiful. So, I once had the privilege of Christmas was on a Sunday, and on that Sunday, I got up and drove way out in rural. Tammy Johnson's father wanted so much in his heart. Frail, beautiful old man. For me, and if you get to see the movie, the church is almost like what was in the movie. But I ran up and I sang 2 songs. I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day and Are You Sleeping? By both of them by Casting Crowns. Then I got my car and I raced down along the creek lines and got to my church right as service was ending. And I got to get up and sing I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day again. And both times I gave a dissertation of what I thought the song truly meant and what is special even beyond the words. And it's one of the more proud things I've ever done in my life. You can't give me an award or anything that would make me feel as good as I did that day. As I felt like I was giving humanity a really beautiful truth, even beyond the beauty of what some thought they were seeing. So it was truly a new gift. And I got to do it twice on Christmas Day in 2 different churches. I've lived some great experiences. And I'm telling you, the movie, I Heard the Bells, bravo. But if you can't even get to that, just listen to Casting Crowns, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day. And listen. Actually, go read Henry first. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Read that. Then listen to Casting Crowns. And if you're digging it, there's 2 different videos of me up on YouTube. All the way back from about 11 years ago to a little further back. I saw this story coming, and I'm glad somebody told it. So I give it a Shaka Khan. God bless you all. Listen to the bells, not the bombs.